so we'll start with an opening statement from Coach, and then I'll call in the room to answer questions. And so, all right, we'll start with Coach.
Just really happy for our team. You know, it's really special to see this group get to celebrate, an opportunity to continue our season, especially in NCAA tourney. It's really, really hard to do. And this group has done so much good all season long to do what we did in the preseason, to come into what we feel like is the toughest league in the country, night in and night out, go on the road and win, compete the way we have. Just so happy to see their hard work pay off, and just excited for the opportunity ahead. So it's really, really hard again, to do this and to do it 2 out of the last 3 years. Just so proud for the program. Really proud of these two for being a big part of that as we continue to move forward. And so it was fun to see our team celebrate here a little bit ago.
I guess football is just your thoughts on making the NCAA tournament again.
Yeah, I mean, these are the kinds of opportunities that we set out for at the beginning of the year. So, like Coach was saying, we're excited about it and ready to get ready to play Baylor.
Coach, you knew this team was going to be a tournament team, undoubtedly. Since the SC tournament until now, and of course until the first game, what is it like knowing that you're a tournament team and to give you a chance to kind of, continue to practice, continue to prepare, knowing you have another game to play?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing was to make sure that we found that happy medium on the fact that, we rested, we recovered, really spent a lot of time with our training staff, who is phenomenal. Alicia Grigsby is one of the best in the country. How she has helped us a little bit with our recovery, and then how we tried to find that happy medium with the recovery and game like, practices. I think our guys have been phenomenal for us this week. Obviously, they head out for spring break, and we're going to miss them. But I think, they have put us in a really good position this past week to continue to work on some things that we needed to, coming off the last few games. And I just love where our team is at and who they're trying to be right now. I'm really proud of them. They've been amazing since we've gotten home from the SEC tourney.
Coach, I was just wondering your initial reaction to the matchup against Baylor.
Yeah, it's been a little while since I've been in the Big 12, but played them quite a bit there. I think I've had a chance actually to watch them on TV. It's kind of funny because when their name popped up, I'm like, maybe that's why I paused at that channel. If you're not playing, you're watching games. If you finish your scouting, you're just flipping around. I have so many assistants that are coaching, so I'm always trying to catch their games and games in between that when I've got our scouting done and our prep for our next opponent. So I had a chance to watch them a little bit lately. So just excited for the opportunity. Obviously, a program that has such a rich tradition, and we're just, excited to. Man, we're so excited to be in, and just again to get a chance to win the next game. This group did that 2 years ago against a really good Carolina team, so I know we'll draw from that experience and we'll get prepared and spend all night watching film. And it's as a coach, you love this time of year. You don't sleep much, and you're just ready to go grab some film. So we're busy. I know they're over at the office pulling everything they can right now.
Obviously, it would be a second matchup, but you're going to UConn, which is one of the places that where basketballs are there. This year, playing at a place like that, obviously you played at a couple. Playing at a place like that, what does that mean?
Oh, I mean, it just this time of year, just to have the opportunity. Our only focus right now is Baylor, but to have that opportunity to get to the next game, I mean, I think it's going to be a great experience. There's so many cool places to play and so many neat places to go. And I was thinking I've never been there. And of all the times that I've played them before, but I think it was a neutral site game, so I'm excited to go. So I think we all will be.
This is for anyone, but you go back at the end of the season, you had a rough stretch, losing 4 straight. What did you do to kind of reset mentally, knowing that you're a potential tournament team? Did you just kind of focus it was a tough end to the season, but let's mentally reset? What did you guys kind of do to help that?
I know Baylor's kind of coming off a similar situation, I think, a little bit of one, if I'm not mistaken. I'd have to go back and look. But you just, you have to explain to them. I mean, obviously they were disappointed. And it's like I told them, those losses we can learn from. It's a learning opportunity. And, focus on the good. Focus on the body of work. And don't focus on necessarily the end. But what they did throughout the course of the season. And I've just tried to lift them up and encourage them and, explain to them that, what happened at the end and their main goal, I had them write on an index card here. We got back from the SEC tourney. You know, what was your goal coming into the season? And all those index cards were make the NCAA tournament. And you've done that, so you need to feel good about that. So I think the biggest thing has just been trying to encourage them and lift them up and understand that a lot of teams, very few teams, come into the NCAA tournament unless they've won their conference tournament on a loss. So the opportunity that we have is no different than anyone else, and to focus on the good, focus on the positive, and to feel good about themselves and explain to them how proud we are of them. But again, we just want to go win the next game, and we have that opportunity now.
2 questions. First one's for Coach. Nikki Collins also in her second season as Baylor's head coach. What have you kind of seen from her? She's, you know, a young coach at Baylor, and she's brought the team such early success.
Well, you know, obviously, you know, she and her husband Tom coached together, so it's someone that Kelly and I have known and had great respect for years, because they were a husband-wife team there for a little bit. And then, you know, watching her with the Atlanta Dream, and then in my conversations, I've always had great respect for Tom and Nikki, and especially, you know, the opportunity that she has at Baylor. You know, she's done a phenomenal job, and you know, I just have great respect for her, and I've always enjoyed and respected my interactions with them.
The second question is for Brittany or for Hannah. Obviously, you didn't get what you wanted with the SEC tournament, but like I asked Coach about preparation, what is the team's mentality? What's been your individual mentality in terms of preparing for the NCAA tournament?
I would say just keep going. Like Coach said, we didn't end how we wanted to, so we had to reset and, you know, just compare how we've been doing every day in practice and get better, taking it one day at a time.
This is for Coach and players. With the way that your season has kind of ended up to this point, is there any extra motivation going into this game against Baylor?
I think we're always motivated. I know I am, just to try to go win the next one. Nothing is any less or any more important than just that next one. So I know that's the mentality I've taken, and that may come because I've been in this situation before a little bit more than these guys have, but I'll let them answer that.
I would say as a competitor, anytime you're coming off a loss, you're ready for the next game to try to be on the other end of it. And I think that's the approach that we've tried to take. Yes, the season didn't end how we wanted it to, but like Coach was saying, we've been trying to look at the good. And as a competitor, you're waiting for that next opportunity to get in the win column.
Let's go. Coach, obviously earlier today too, the men's team got named to the NCAA tournament, #1 seed in the program. What is it like to have both the men's and the women's team have success in basketball and be represented in the postseason?
Well, you know, congratulations to Nate and his guys on winning the regular season and the conference tournament. Amazing. You know, I know that, you know, our goal is always to be in the NCAA tournament. When you have both programs, I think it speaks, you know, so much to the support that both of us have, and we're just proud to be a part and proud to make sure that we held up our end of it, and they've certainly held up their end of it. So I think it'll be interesting here in a little bit to go see how many men's and women's programs make the tournament. I just think it speaks volumes to the commitment of our fan base and our administration, and we're just so proud to be a part of what those guys are doing, and hope we can, you know, represent on the women's side for them.
All right. Thank you guys.
Hey, thank y'all for coming.